Okay, so get yourself comfortable. We're going to do a bit of movement, so you're better off sitting up if you can, rather than lying down today. And as always, every week when we do breath work, I'm really curious about how we can soothe the autonomic nervous system. It's about self-regulation. So taking those cues that the body's listening for, the scanning of the body, constantly evaluating what's going on inside, evaluating what's going on outside, trying to determine how safe we are and how much we need to be in response and reaction, or how safe we are to go to that sort of maintenance mode of calm and well-being, which is where nutrition can really happen, where fertility happens, where healing happens. Sometimes those cues for safety get a little bit confused through the experience of life. So these breath practices just are a really profound way of bringing those cues back into I am safe and all is well. So eyelids are down, spine is straight, breathing in and out through the nose. And just noticing for yourself as we begin how that breath is feeling for you. And sometimes the inhale feels like a real comfort, and sometimes it's the exhale. Usually, much more commonly, it's the exhale. But not always. And when we're investigating our breath, there's no right or wrong. No one has written the book that says this is how you should breathe, actually. There's just different games we can play with our breath that might alter the way we feel. Feeling into the space at the end of the exhale, let's just soak up that pause before we come into the next inhale. Do a few rounds, focusing on that space. And then finding the space at the end of the inhale where the lungs are full. And just noticing how that feels today. So the basics of working with your breath are that when you take the exhale and when you pause at the end of the exhale, these are the calming breaths, usually. When you focus on the inhale and you focus on the hold with the lungs full, these are the stimulating breaths. And your body already knows that, but it's quite nice to just cognitively recognize it. Because there are times when you do need to take a deep breath in and get on with stuff. That sympathetic nervous function is really important in life. It's just when you're stuck there and you can't get out of it, you can't rest, you can't calm, that's when you need the exhale to bring you back into balance. So it's not that one is better than the other. Okay, and then taking some movement, let's do some head circles. And feel how the neck is. As you know, the vagus nerve is most accessible through the neck. And the vagus nerve is the system that reads the cues of how safe you are. So a simple neck circle that feels good and nourishing is a very effective way of calming. And then changing direction. And then letting the shoulders start to circle when you're ready, inhaling as they come up and exhaling as they come down. And then maybe the elbows are joining in. And then full arm extension, whole arm. Inhaling as your arms come upwards and exhaling as your arms come down. One more time. Now bringing your arms overhead, stretching the arms high as you inhale. And as you exhale, holding on to either elbow, helping the diaphragm to waken. Quite nice to have a little spine wriggle here. And a deep breath. Noticing as you inhale that the tummy expands. And as you exhale, the tummy pulls back. And bringing your arms down to your knees or to your thighs. And letting those circles drop into your heart. Moving your heart just like the moon circles the earth. Inhale, taking you forwards. And exhale, taking you back. And then changing direction. And then coming to sitting to a comfortable place. We're going to work with our arms. So as you inhale, you're going to bring your hands into little fists and draw the elbows in towards you, hands in towards you. And then as you exhale, you're going to press your palms away and extend the arms out in front of you. Very gentle. It's a Tai Chi kind of movement. A few more rounds this way. Dropping into the flow of your breath and letting the movement be a part of that dance. And then bringing your hands down into your lap for a moment. Aware of how your breath naturally wants to move. What kind of count is happening for you? Counting the length of the inhale and counting the length of the exhale as you breathe this beautiful natural breath. And then we're going to start to work with the breath. So we're going to try to move our breath the way that we want it to move, but in the gentlest possible way. So start by bringing your hands to your heart center. Now we'll each have our own pace of count. So whatever your pace of count is, that is perfect. But I'm going to start with a sort of neutral count, and then you can overrule me. We're going to inhale for roughly 4, taking the arms up overhead. And then we're going to exhale for roughly 6 as you take your arms down and return them to your heart center. So the upward journey, the inhale, roughly the count of 4. And the exhale at much slower, roughly the count of 6. So I'll begin the count. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All breath through the nose. Exhale. And over to you, keeping that ratio so that the exhale is about half as long again as the inhale. Few more rounds. bringing your hands to your knees. Allowing yourself to feel how that feels. Maybe the ratio, the breath returns to normal. Maybe you continue. It's up to you. And scanning through the body of where you feel that. Noticing what stories are coming up. What feelings are coming up. And letting the breath hold you. Even just that initial act of working out what you're feeling, where you're feeling it in your body. It's not always as easy as those words sound. And becoming fluent in proprioception, the ability to sense the internal landscape. Okay, and then for our final practice, you have the option of using the hand for this, or if your shoulders feel like they need a bit of a rest, you can keep your hands on your knees. But if you're working with your hands, I'm going to use my right hand. And this time as you inhale, the palm comes up in front of you. And again, we're going to start with a count of 4, and then the exhale, the palm comes down, but we're going to try to get double, so a count of 8 for the exhale as we move the palm down towards the earth. If that's too strong, it feels uncomfortable, then you can modify it. You can take it to 6, or you can just do a perfectly balanced breath, 4 and 4. So maybe do the first 3 rounds with me and then adapt it as you see fit for yourself today. Okay, so when you're ready, inhaling as the palm rises, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the palm, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over to you. You do the breath that your body wishes to do this morning. Whatever ratio suits you. when you're ready, laying your hands in your lap. And taking a moment to scan through the body, maybe beginning at the toes and the feet. And noticing how they feel. How about the ankles and the heels? Can you sense your calf muscles and your shins? The incredible knee joints. How about your thighs? Thigh muscles hold so much feeling and emotion. Are you able to contact that? Are you able to sense it? Moving into the hip joints. And that great muscle, gluteus maximus, the bottom. Can you sense the spine coming up out of the pelvis? The space within the pelvis, the tummy, and the energy of the liver, the diaphragm. Can you sense your lungs and your heart? And coming up into the throat and the shoulders. And the arms, the fingers, the palms. And going back up the arms to the neck, and the jaw, tongue in your mouth. The incredible bone network of your skull. And the soft tissue. And the impulses of the brain and the spinal cord. And the space above the crown of your head. The space around your ears. And the space around your nostrils. Starting to wriggle fingers and toes, and when you're ready, bringing your hands up to your eyes, maybe blocking out any light before you open up the eyelids, and let that transition from the dark of the eyes closed to the light of the room be gentle. And then hands to heart, forehead down to fingertips. And the love inside of me sees the love inside of you. Namaste.